So the fourth one is launch into market interception. And you're going to go, huh, what? Okay. I think a best example, and we actually did an interview on Elon Musk when he started SpaceX. This was quite a few years ago when I read a magazine called Futuredex. And he came out with SpaceX, and this is kind of cool because previously it was PayPal, which is payment processing. So he non-linearly jumped from one market to another. And after interviewing him, I could tell that he attacked a problem much different than most entrepreneurs. And that's why even back then we thought he was going to be a big hit. But what happens in this case is, in terms of, let's talk about space for a moment. You had a market, obviously, that was supplied by governments. Okay, so let's call, NASA was the one that was putting stuff into space. Okay, so what Elon Musk did was, as the market conditions changed, and of course he thought he could make a much more efficient way of putting cargo into space, he came in and interjected, okay, or launched a market interception, what I call, by coming out with his own company, SpaceX, okay? So this is a pattern that I've seen play out when governments privatize stuff for whatever reason. And this happens not only in America, of course, but everywhere. In fact, in emerging countries, this happens even more often. For instance, one of the reasons why you have quite a few Russian billionaires is because they privatized certain industries. So there's a huge opportunity to build a billion-dollar startup almost overnight if you can somehow take advantage of government privatization, okay? The other way is deregulation. So it's privatization, because think about it. Elon Musk with SpaceX, all he did was really privatize the shipping component of taking cargo from planet Earth into space. It's kind of cool, actually. It's simple in principle, but believe me, the rocket science behind it was pretty intense, and I have discussed this with him before. So that was quite remarkable what his team did. So the other way is obviously deregulation, okay? And I think a best example is a couple of startups here in Dallas. One of them in particular, because I know the founders, is Stream Energy. What happened was in Texas, the electricity industry was deregulated from a marketing perspective. So what Stream Energy did, okay, they came out with a new business model of selling electricity to homes and businesses. And they went literally from $0 to $1 billion in like 6 years. And so what they did was they took advantage of deregulation. Okay, and so that's what happens. And so the reason I call it market interception is because a legacy market is, you could look at it that way. A legacy market becomes stale for whatever reason or cost inefficient, and then a new players come in through privatization or through deregulation. Another way to look at it is look at whatever government country you live in, look at the government and see what government functions could be deregulated or privatized. Now, I must warn you that I would not privatize the national security markets, okay? So this is the fourth way of building a billion-dollar startup almost overnight, okay? Now, the fifth way, and this is the fifth market pattern, is frictionless markets.